So let's move on to the second set of lyrics. All right, and here we go. This category is called Take Me to Church.
Okay.
Lyric number 1. I got a mama. Girl, I know how to treat a woman. I like dessert. Girl, I know how to eat a woman. Lay with it, then play with it. I beat it up. I know I'm sinning, but before I eat it, I'll say grace in it. Number 2. My dick stays hard. My gun is never not hot. Shoot. Sorry. I'm a professional. My dick stays hard. My gun is never not hot. Shoot you while I'm jerking off. Call that a cum shot. She wake up every morning and thank the Lord when she get up that she get to feel this dick in her stomach like a sit-up. Whew. And number 3. 2-parent household. Both of them raised me. Now lie down, girl. Let me show you how they made me. Got you screaming, oh God, but this is not a prayer. Pussy pink, booty brown, like a New York City mayor. And time for the thinking music. Julie, which one of these lyrics is real and which 2 were created by me?
Wait, this is this is a challenge.
Do you need me to read them again?
No. I'm pretty confident the second one is written by you.
Okay. The second one. Read the second one for the listeners.
My dick stays hard. My gun is never not hot. Shoot you while I'm jerking off. Call that a cum shot. She wake up every morning and thank the Lord when she get up that she get to feel this dick in her stomach like a sit-up.
That's bars. I'm flattered you think that was written by me. So, are you ruling out number 2?
I am. I think number 1. I got a mama, girl, I know how to treat a woman. I like dessert, girl, I know how to eat a woman. Lay with it, then play with it. I beat it up, I know I'm sinning, but before I eat it, I'll say my grace in it.
Okay. Final answer.
That's my final answer.
All right. Number 1. Is that the correct answer? Let me slowly fade out the choosing music to build the suspense. Number 1. That is correct. That is a song called Do It To Ya by YG.
Okay. I think I actually have heard that song.
Oh, no.
But also, you did kind of give yourself away because the New York City mayor is pretty new.
I know. That's why I put it last.
Yeah.
I just couldn't help myself. I knew that including that would give it away, but like...
It's a good line.
I couldn't help myself.
I get it.
Pussy pink, booty brown, like a New York City mayor. Come on.
Yeah.
So this category is called Take Me to Church because I want to talk about the combination or how it's possible to have religion and horniness coexist in the same space. For example, if you're a God-fearing, church-going folk, can you have fun, freak, nasty sex?
Yes.
Well, that was a short category.
Well, I do want to highlight one thing, which is you are asking a question about religion conceptually, and there are lots of like religions where pleasure is part of
Yes.
what is instructed or what is talked about and what is included in their teachings about sex and sexuality. And so when what I hear the question being is like, how do you reconcile having learned about religion or like participated in a religion that is anti-pleasure? Yes.
So I do. Yes, that is exactly what I want to talk about, because for me, someone who doesn't have a ton of experience in this field, what my personal experience with hearing about religion and sex is more of a repressive shame. Like, it's not something to be celebrated. It's something to be like shame, shame, shame. And that's just me personally, what I've experienced. So when I wrote this and when I came up with this idea, that's kind of what I was getting toward. And I guess a question that I had in mind was, you know, a question that I had in mind was, how do you get to a point where you can be open sexually and kind of let go of some of that shame associated with, if you've had that instilled in you for so long and you want to move beyond that, but you struggle to get past that feeling of shame. Not saying that you dropped the religion entirely, but the shame part of it around sex and enjoying sex and wanting to be a sexual person. How do you move beyond that shame and have a lyric where you say to yourself, I know I'm sinning, but before I eat it, I'll say grace in it?
Well, so the lyric has got me a little bit, because, you know, that still includes, there's a shame component in there, right? Like there's still this sense of like, oh, this is a thing I'm supposed to feel bad about.
Well, that's interesting, because that's exactly what I want to talk about, because, you know, that's an excellent thing that you've noticed. What's the word I'm looking for? That's a good catch.
Yeah.
Because even when you're trying to move beyond some of that shame, there's still a little bit there. And he's doing a thing, and he's like, I'm going to do it. It's not going to stop me. But there's still that little tinge of shame going, I know this is bad. This is bad.
Maybe.
So talk more about that.
Well, yes. I don't know YG personally. What he might be saying is like, I know y'all think I'm sinning, right? Like, so that he may have established that distance from it for himself. I don't know. We don't hang like that. So
I mean, it kind of looks like we do. We're both wearing a lot of red.
This is despite what I'm wearing. But what you've asked is like a thing that people come to therapy to work on. It is not an overnight solution. And I think that's the answer that disappoints a lot of people, is that cognitively they're ready. Cognitively, they've moved to a place where they go, I don't want to feel shame anymore. And then when they pursue exploring their sexuality, whether that's through solo sex, go back and watch our episode about masturbation.
Another callback.
Yeah. Or whether that's with partner or partners, the shame shows up and then they're like, well, what the hell? I know that I want to be okay with this. Why am I not okay with it?
Right.
And, you know, there is this gap between belief, which is like, you know, faith is belief without evidence, right? And so it's this thing where you're going like, I don't need evidence to know that I'm doing something good, right? And then you get this feeling that is, you know, telling you you're doing something bad, because you've spent so long being told that that's what you're supposed to feel. And so it's this feedback loop of like, it's you just trained your neurons. Like, it's not really that complicated in that regard. Like, you just trained your body to have this response to this thing.
Right.
And that's not to say, I don't want to say that in like a hand wavy or like dismissive way, but like, the idea that you've spent all of this time interacting with these narratives, these stories, that this is a shameful thing that you shouldn't enjoy and that pleasure is shameful. You've been trained, you've heard these narratives, they've been painted onto you your whole life. And then you go, I don't want them anymore. And the expectation, where a lot of the disappointment comes from, is that the expectation is, by saying I don't want them anymore, they're going to go away. And it's like, well, that's not how that works. Right.
It sounds like what you're saying is it's simple, but it's not easy.
Yes. So I know that we've chatted about this being a longer future topic, but something that comes up a lot is that in order to make a change, we have to feel uncomfortable, right? Like when we have to experience discomfort. That's the place where change happens. Discomfort is different than lack of safety. Lack of safety is scary and is something that we very reasonably look to avoid. We look to avoid a lack of safety. The challenge is that this is sort of a continuum that starts with safety, moves to discomfort, and then flows over to lack of safety. And where most people get stuck is any experience of discomfort reads for them as a lack of safety, and so they immediately shut down whatever the action is.
Right.
Which, in a much larger context, is related to like the narratives that we are taught sort of through advertising, that we're never meant to be uncomfortable and we should always be seeking comfort. Is that actually serving us? Probably not. It's serving the people who we go out and buy stuff from so that we feel comfortable. But maybe a bigger conversation for later.
Yeah, that sounds like make a great episode. It sounds like you have an episode's worth of thoughts to share on it as well.
But what I think is really valuable to, like, the practice of being comfortable being uncomfortable is one of the key tools and skills that is necessary and essential to do this task, to get to a place. Because it's not going to magically be, it's not going to magically, people talk about it when people tell stories about like escaping like religious cults and getting out from under like oppressive religious teachings. When they tell the story, what isn't entertaining is the years of therapy. What isn't entertaining is the years of mediocre masturbation, or the years of experience, like seeking out a sexual experience only to halfway through feel really bad about yourself.
Right.
And then have to do that really, frankly, boring work of going, what I'm feeling isn't my new reality.
Right.
Like, these feelings are based on an old story that I no longer subscribe to. And if I don't tell myself that and remind myself that, then I'm never going to be able to subscribe to a new story. So ultimately, it's about unlearning significantly, because you've already learned what you want to know. Now you got to unlearn the old stuff.
So I had someone, when I was talking about doing new episodes and I asked for any input on what topics we should do, someone said to me, talk about how to stop leaving room for Jesus, which is, the shame that we're talking about. And it sounds like what you're saying is it's not exactly what you said was, it's not an overnight fix. It's going to take time and a lot of work and probably some therapy. And I'm not saying, like, this is not an advertisement. I truly and genuinely recommend therapy, specifically sex therapy. That's not an advertisement, but you know what is? This!